Well, hello, this is Bob Buckley, and I'm going to do a quick video today on how to organize your pictures to get them ready for a photo album. So this is a little piece of software you can download from the Adobe website. I've got their website up here, and if you just go into Google and type in Adobe Photoshop Album Starter Edition, it'll bring up this page, and this is free software, doesn't cost you anything, and you can download this starter edition. This is just a real simple way to organize pictures in a way that makes it easier to find them later. And it's fairly intuitive software, and also does some correction for you. It can actually make your pictures a little better than maybe they were when you took them. So that's an option. If you have other ways of, if you've actually got some of the Adobe Photoshop software or other photo manipulation softwares, that's fine too. But this is an option here. And once you download it, when you stick your memory stick that comes out of your camera into your computer, a screen like this will come up. Now I've got a couple of shots I took of some Christmas lights here that I don't want, so I've unchecked those. But you see here the names of these files. Of course, this is if you browse this in an Internet or an Explorer window. This is what your pictures look like off the camera. Basically, they all just have a number, and that's not very helpful for finding them later, and not very helpful for organizing them. We could just copy those into a folder, and that would work, but it's not ideal. Ideally, we would know what each one of those pictures was, or what job they belonged to. So what we're going to do here real quick is go to, we've got the pictures open and we've got them checked, all the pictures we want to deal with. You see here there's quite a few pictures that I took, and we want to save these files to a location, and we can browse to that location. And in this case I want to save these pictures to a folder under My Documents, and you can do this any way you want, but under My Documents, and then I have a in My Pictures I have a folder that's just cabinet pictures, and that's it. It's the only thing in there. And then in each one of those folders I have a file, or in each one of these, in the cabinet pictures folder I have other folders that may just be a single folder, or it may be several. So for this Anderson New Kitchen, there's no subfolders because that's the room. But in this Acres 43, this was a house full of cabinets we did, there are multiple folders for each room, and we segregate the pictures out to make it easier to find them and sort through them and create galleries and things like that. So you can do this as detailed or as you like, or if you just want to throw the files in there, that's fine too. The next step would be to determine where you want to put these files. And in this case, this will actually create the subfolder for us if we check this box, so we don't have to go in and create that new folder first, so we can literally just browse to that file we were just looking at, only just to the My Pictures, and then to into the My Pictures, the cabinet pictures. And that's all we have to do at that point. That's going to put it in that folder, but then this is going to create a new folder based on a new name. So if we go in there and we say this, we want this to be Acres Rowan, and that's the builder's name and the homeowner's name, and then from there it's going to add to that, it's going to create a folder called Acres Rowan, but on that we want to rename the files, each one of these files, and it's going to add to that, and I'm going to put a hyphen right there so that it's going to be each of these pictures is going to be named Acres hyphen Rowans hyphen, and remember to use either hyphens or underscores in these names, because when you start loading things to the web, up onto a website, they can't have spaces in the names. If they do, they won't work right. So you see here, even the camera used underscores there, and underscores are fine and recommended by many people. The problem with an underscore is if you ever make something in a hyperlink and it's underlined, then it's hard to see that there is an underscore there where the hyphen is still visible. So I like to use the hyphens, and I don't think there's any problem with that. So what this is going to do is it's going to create a file folder in our pictures, under My Documents, and then My Pictures, and then Cabinets. It's going to create a folder called Acres Rowan, and in this case this is actually the kitchen, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to this, that it is the kitchen. and I'll know at that point that there's no further folders needed. So it's going to create a folder called acres-rowan-kitchen. And then inside of that folder it's going to put all the pictures in there, starting with this one being number 1 and the last one being the last one. And it's going to name this one acres-rowan-kitchen. And I'm going to go ahead and add that down here. And then add a 001, and you want that to be a 3-digit number. Two's not enough, then they start sorting funny, so you want it to be a 3-digit number. And if you started having 1,000 pictures in a folder, you'd want that to be a 4-digit number. But typically we're not going to have over 100 photos or over up to 1,000 photos in a single folder. As long as it's in, up 100, 200, 300, 400, up to 999, this will sort properly. If you have 2 digits, right after the 1 will be the 11, and right after, and so on. So after the 2 will be the 20, and all the 20. So you want these to sort 1 to 999 in order, so it's easy to find them. So that's what this is going to do, and we're going to say get photos. And it's going to do this process. There's 27 photos, and I'm going to pause this while this works, since it takes a few minutes, and then we'll come back and see the result. Okay, this is all the pictures have downloaded, and the question that's coming up now is, files have been successfully obtained from the device. Do you want to delete these files from your camera, card reader, or mobile phone? And that's a convenient little option that they offer, and I'm going to say yes. I don't need those on the camera anymore. And it's going to delete those photos for me, and fairly quickly. And then we'll accept that. And now we have all of our pictures here in the Adobe Photoshop Album Starter Edition. And one of the advantages of this software that I've found is, and of course Adobe Photoshop does this as well, the professional version, but it's already rotated these pictures that we're taking in the portrait mode as opposed to the landscape mode. So that's nice that you're not having to do that. But then you have the option here now of actually literally selecting all these pictures at once and coming up and choosing to fix them. And this Auto Smart Fix does a great job. You can do as much or little as you want if you want to actually get in there and start manipulating them yourselves, but this Auto Smart Fix does a great job. And you don't even have to accept it if you don't like it. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and that's going to take a few minutes to let that run, and I'm going to pause and then come back. But that will actually create a second version, doesn't delete the original version of the job, just edits the picture, makes it a good quality picture, and then adds the word edit to, or edited to the end of the name of the photo. And you can choose to use that one and delete the original, or you can choose to delete it if it's not better. So I'm going to pause this and come back as soon as this is complete. Okay, we're back and basically just kind of watching the process here as Adobe Photoshop Album Starter Kit works. It actually comes in here and creates here's the original 01 picture, and here's the edited version, and right now it's working on 2. It's created a temporary version of it, but it's editing 2, and it'll come up here and do that. So once this is done, we'll have a file folder full of these pictures. There's 27 pictures, and it will have the original version and the edited version. And then you can come back to this and view the 2 of them. When you look at the pictures, they'll become a full screen like this, and you can look at each one of them and see if either one of those are applicable to you. And if one of them's better than the other, you delete the one that's not as nice. And sometimes you'll keep the original, sometimes you'll take the new one. But that pretty much gives us everything that we're wanting to look at here, and that we're trying to organize our pictures into folders. So you see here we have a cabinet pictures folder in our My Documents folder, and under that we've got each project that we've done, and some of those projects are broke down into actually where we have different rooms broken into kitchen versus bathrooms versus some of them will have multiple rooms anyway. But not all of them. Here Acres 172 has Butler's Pantry, Kitchen, and Wet Bar. So we can see that there. So that's the organizing pictures, and the purpose of this is to be able to take these pictures and put them in a photo gallery. So that'll be one of the next videos that I do is talking about photo galleries, and then also, and all this being website editing, and then also we'll do one on the form builder to look at the forms that are used within the website to be able to edit those as well. So thanks for watching this one, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.